interface.
Gotcha.
So it's going to record all our voices through these mics.
Cool.
So just make sure that at all times the mic is in close proximity, and we should probably get earphones eventually, but it's work in progress.
Yeah,
What
we
episode
will
is this?
eventually. This is episode 28.
28? We're going to say 29 because we did a skit before. Or you want to just say that as a floaty or as a skit?
Yeah, let's what's it called?
Floaty?
Yeah, so this will be episode 29 then.
29?
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 29. So yours will come out in like 2 weeks.
All right, cool.
So-
I'll show my son.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
He's the one that's like.
Obviously, don't tell anyone else, man, because it'll blow your cover.
Yeah, I got you.
But we are going to share the fuck out of it.
Nah, it's all good, dude.
And just know there's a lot of haters on the tube, man.
Really? Oh,
Fuck
my
yeah,
God,
dude.
yes.
Yeah, people with no time in their hands, yeah.
And they really like get after you guys, like.
Oh, dude. I'm like public enemy number one.
Oh my God. They don't like your opinion.
Even religious people, yeah, they
Nah,
claim that
dude.
they're Christians.
Yeah, I said my
What?
opinion on what I feel. Well, we'll say this for the episode. Are you recording already?
Yeah. Bloody Rootz Podcast, episode number 29.
Oh, yeah. You're
We are here, man. You're not recording yet.
yeah, okay. All right, so I want to introduce my guy right here, Foxtrot, former CPD officer.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Hanging in there.
Are you feeling good physically? I heard you had a pretty good chase yesterday.
I'm feeling all right, dude. I
Your
feel
butt
all
cheeks
right.
don't hurt? No.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure it's way more intense than we used to play soccer or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, dude. Soccer and basketball, that was my thing. But yeah, a little more intense, you know. For
So
sure.
you were chasing a guy yesterday?
Yeah, it was like a foot pursuit, and thankfully it ended good. No one got hurt. You know, we just chased him and got him in custody. He ended up having a warrant, so.
So when this occurred, right? Like you received a call. What are they saying in the call?
It depends. Like, so you'll get a call, and it could be anything from, you know.
Sorry, if you could put the mic closer. Yeah.
So it could be anything from like people like drinking or smoking, or you know, people that live in the neighborhood. You know, they have complaints. You know, they see a group of guys smoking or drinking, and they get upset. They call 911. So, and then we got to respond. So we respond, and you know, we talk to them and investigate, and you know, sometimes one thing leads to another, and then you end up in a foot chase.
Damn. What's
Yeah. So in this instance, what is it? Sorry.
Oh, you're-
What is it that happened that led to the foot chase? Like you came up. What is it you said to him, or?
It was honestly, I think it was just the presence. Like my presence is what alerted him, and so I get there, and you know, I saw like something a little suspect, so I drew my attention to the individual, and I'm like, hey, you know, I approach him like, you know, it smells like weed, man. Like, are you smoking? You know, you like, what's going on? And he got alerted by my presence, looks at me, and then proceeds to run away.
So question.
Yeah.
Illinois, can you smoke marijuana for recreational use or no?
Illinois, you could, yeah, in your house. It's got to be in your house though.
In your house?
Yeah.
So smoking outside of your house is basically like drinking fucking
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's like drinking on the public way.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So what like how bad could that be on your record? Like, is that a misdemeanor or something, or?
Yeah, right now they kind of decriminalized it, so it's mostly like considered a traffic offense.
Oh shit.
So it's not even like, a lot of times you're not even arrested for it. Now,
get a ticket or
yeah,
something.
before you'd get arrested.
How much is a ticket?
Tickets could vary. I mean, I know it's a Class A misdemeanor, but it's a traffic ticket, so you got to go to traffic court. But it could vary between like 100, 150, 200 bucks.
Damn, dude, that's like a
Wait.
whole box of joints.
I'll smoke. I'd rather
You
smoke at
lost.
home, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, now you lost out on a month of smoking.
Go to the
asshole.
backyard, dude.
Yeah, dude. fuck
Why you
that.
chilling in the front?
Or
But
not-
that's crazy
yeah.
because you go to Chicago though, man, and I swear, bro, like the streets just reek of marijuana, bro.
Mhm.
It's like it happened back then, right?
Yeah.
But
It's more
bro, you go
common.
now.
It's like a revolution, dude. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like, man, I'm sure firefighters be alerted thinking there's a fire, dude. People just smoking.
Smoking
Yeah,
the
the
air.
whole street just.
Yeah, it's
smells
fucking
like
wild. What's the most annoying calls you get as a CPD? Well, that you would get as a CPD officer.
CPD.
Like, was there like
me?
random acts of like just stupid shit where cops would just have to show up and just hear people fucking bitch and just fucking argue about stupid shit? Because I know I was probably one of those ones.
Domestics are the worst, because obviously you're an adult, and then you're kind of like trying to counsel two other adults that are arguing with each other. It's like, well, you're two grown ass people, and I got to tell you, like you're there to kind of mediate and tell other adults how to act. You kind of feel weird, like it's
so you mediate. You don't just get in there, fucking balls to the wall, aggressiveness. Like, hey man,
did you hit her? Did you no, like
because they portray it like if you guys do that, like if you guys are just aggressive, all the time, like fucking.
No, they make cops cops out to be like aggressive assholes, but no, at the end of the day, I mean, you guys are there, like you're trying to diffuse a fucking
heated situation,
very heated situation, and you don't know what
that could end bad.
Yeah, you don't know what could happen. And I guess like one thing I wanted to ask you before it goes any further with domestic cases, because that's something we talked about before in previous episode. Are those like the riskiest cases that you seem to go to, like domestic violence?
They get pretty risky because you never know what you're gonna get. You could have people are arguing and tensions are high, and you never know if like maybe one of the parties is losing it and they have access to a firearm and they want to shoot you. And I mean, a lot of officers, they lose their lives going to domestics, because people are heated, they're angry, and they feel
entitled that they're in their home, right? They're like, I'll shoot anybody.
And who's this random public servant showing up at my house trying to tell me what to do? And tensions are high, and people, sometimes people get violent. They lose it, and they get aggressive with you, with the officer that responds. And those are difficult. Those are the hardest to deal with, in my opinion.
I'm assuming it's happened to you already, right? Or no?
Domestics that have gone sideways, it's happened to me before.
What's the most sideways it's gone?
Man,
I mean, you gotta go full detail on this.
There's been numerous. There's domestics, or it's like. It's part of policing. Like, you're always going to get a domestic call, sometimes on the daily, especially in Chicago. But I've had people, people, like a significant other, like a girlfriend, call the cops on her boyfriend. And then we show up. He's pissed. He's heated. He's cursing at us. Not being cooperative, obviously, like, she's injured. And then we're trying to, we got to get this guy in custody, and he's not having it. We've had people like close, I had one guy just fucking lose it and just close like a door on my foot. Like we're like, hey man, like, we just want to talk to you. Fucking slams the door on my foot. We try to kick the door in, just to try to gain access. He runs out the back door. It's a foot pursuit.
And when you're like, when this is happening, like, I guess I want to get an idea of like demographic, right? For the most part, the people that you're seeing in these cases, like, do you know if like they're gangbangers or if they're like the regular average Joe that you see walking down the street?
Yeah.
Like, is there like a percentage, like, more that are like?
Honestly, no, dude. You get it. You get everything.
Everything.
You get people that are gang members. You get regular people. Regular people argue all the time, man.
Fuck yeah.
You'd be surprised. I'm like,
that's man. What I was curious about that. I'm like, I don't know if it's like just like a regular occurrence, obviously within any couple. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a woman. They drive the guy nuts.
True.
I'll get in trouble for this one.
All right.
His wife's gonna roll her eyes at this part.
Cheers,
cheers, man.
Cheers.
Hey, what about me?
I didn't want to fuck up, dude. I always fucking go like this.
No, dude, he's the second person that does that. I think maybe it's just me. It's just I have a disagreement.
Yeah, I think it's you. I think you're.
I'm a germaphobe.
You're uncomfortable with your sexuality, my friend.
I know. No, it's just that I don't know. I think I'm a germaphobe, dude. Like when you
I go
like
like
that,
this, dude.
I
go in a circle. No,
I kind of want
to. I naturally go like this. Yeah, true. I think you did it too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I guess it's just me too.
So yeah, we're.
Hell yeah.
That's boss player shit. I guess I'm loser.
We're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever, man. Oh fuck. Okay, but I did want to ask you, Foxtrot.
That's funny.
We got to keep code words here.
Yeah,
You know?
code.
Yeah.
So what are some of the worst cases? And my question to you is, did they happen after, the George Floyd situation? Because not throwing shade at George Floyd, right? But I do feel like after George Floyd, there was a sense of lawlessness in America, and I feel like it's just gotten worse.
I think
Obvious example.
what happened
last
was
weekend
yeah,
in Chicago.
What happened was that politicians, I think, felt like, okay, now we gotta go lean more towards the supporting the people,
Yeah.
and so they, I don't know, dude. They went completely south with trying to go with the whole defund the
Yeah, but
police.
support the
shit.
people, not the damn criminals. Goddamn.
Yeah,
What the
it's
fuck?
But yeah, you're the one you're
Front line.
front line. You're in the
Yeah.
hot seat, and you have to deal with that. So what is it that?
Yeah, definitely. Like after the riots, it was like people just hated police. It was weird, man. It was like, what? Like people would, you'd be driving around and people would be motherfucking you, throwing their,
No
middle finger
way.
at you.
But it wasn't like that before, though.
I mean, it still is. There's always been people that don't like police, but I feel like it just kind of it exploded after that. It was like a little more often, and I think that's what added to the stress of a lot of the CPD officers is having to deal with not only that, like not from the people that are out like in the neighborhoods, but like from the media too, like the media kind of demonizing you.
Yeah,
and then
it's thanks to the fucking news,
Yeah.
dude.
Those fucking little woke kids that yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm good. You know what? Give me another one. Fuck, I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, I'll take another one. These are awesome, dude. by the
Yeah,
way.
you know what? I'll get a gumball too. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think I have had
Keep
this
it
before,
local,
and I
bro.
do like them too.
I think their brewery's like right down the street, right? Somewhere in
real?
the area, yeah.
Oh shit, I
Three
gotta check it
Floyds.
out.
I'm gonna try one, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right.
3 Floyds.
You know who told me about it, dude?
Thank you.
Lewis. Lewis told me about it actually. One of our cousins. He told me about. He's like, dude, we gotta go to 3 Floyds when I
Yeah,
go out
dude. I think they're not too far. I was looking it up.
there. I'm gonna check it out then.
I might go there.
Are these twist or we have to bust them?
Yeah, we gotta.
We gotta
yeah,
bust
we need a
them,
bottle
dude.
opener.
Dude, you gotta be.
It shows you that I don't fucking drink,
I know, dude. Dude, I'll open it almost with anything.
Go for it. Thank you.
Dude, you're like my dad, bro. My dad will like open
Oh,
it
dude, your
with,
dad's
like,
a pro, dude.
he'll like open it with like with his teeth.
Yeah.
He has to. He'll use
My
his
dad,
seatbelt,
he'll bust out a
whatever.
key or like any
Uh-huh.
little, anything that has leverage, and they'll
you're
pop it
gonna pry it
open.
open.
Yeah.
That's funny.
For me, I'm like, nah, my dainty little hands. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to hurt myself.
Yeah, I know,
Or
dude.
break
I'll
your
usually use,
teeth,
like a
you know?
spoon or a fucking knife, just fucking anything. So I know you used to be a rapper. Now we have to say names or shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But what kind of
MC,
music do you
MC
listen to?
Foxtrot, yeah.
MC
Foxtrot,
Foxtrot.
damn, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dropping mixtapes, boy.
Dude, I actually dropped the mixtape when I was my teens.
Do you still have a?
Dude, I
hold of
wish
it
I
or
had a
no?
copy of it, bro. It was actually pretty legit. Like people were like it was me. I had moved out to Schaumburg. I lived in the city my whole life, and then like when I was in my late teens, my parents wanted to move out to Schaumburg, for specific reasons. They wanted to get out of the city, and then, so we moved out to Schaumburg, and I met some kid over there who's into rap. He's like he's like trying to be like music producer. He's actually pretty legit, and he'd make beats. And he actually like got me and some other rappers together, and we made a mixtape. And it actually like I came back to the city, and I was like like showing people like the mixtape, and people were like loving it, bro. I was like, damn, dude, this is like some heat.
What?
And it actually like it got pretty hot. But
So what happened to that, man? Is it still around? You got it in the
dude?
the
I
files
wish.
or no?
I wish. I'm trying to find it. So we had it on I remember I had songs, dude. Do you remember like mijente.com? I don't know. It was like a web, like a social media page.
Never heard of that. Yeah.
Okay, so I had it
Sounds
there.
familiar, though.
I had it on MySpace, and eventually that went obsolete. So now I can't find it, dude. And one of my buddies had like a copy of it, like a CD, but it's lost, dude. I don't,
It's gotta be out there.
it's got to be somewhere.
So
in the
what
cloud.
kind of style was it? Was it like we have some of the same friends, right? I want to know like I was told that you like more East Coast hip hop, right?
Yeah, who
Nice.
told you, Gio?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking
You
yeah.
showed him, cause, dude. I had this argument with him all the time, dude. Okay, East Coast rappers or West Coast rappers? Who do you choose, dude? Straight up.
Dude. For me, it's gonna be East Coast, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let me use my full.
Yeah, I gotta get a different beer because I'm not a big fan of this gumball, dude.
No?
I'm
like
gonna let you take this
For
one.
real?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
I
bitter,
like
ain't
Refrigerate
it?
that one then.
Is it bitter?
I don't know if it. No, it's not
Where's
even
the
the bitterness.
sweetness?
I don't know. It just the taste didn't settle.
Yeah,
Smells good
with
as
me.
fuck.
yeah.
It's not a
I'm a
bad
big beer.
beer.
guy. I love beer, man.
It's an acquired taste.
It's not a bad beer, but I think because I went from drinking what is it, Lagunitas or something?
Yeah. Oh, that Lagunitas is bitter.
Yeah. So
it's
and
an
I went to
IPA.
this and it tasted a little
off.
off. Yeah.
Oh, the change was too drastic.
Yeah, it was too drastic. So
Fuck.
I'm gonna see what I find right now. Dude.
All right, yeah, dude, go ahead. We got Bud Light right there.
Hey, careful, dude.
Oh fuck. Okay, but I gotta, we'll re-bring this up. As far as the music goes, why do you think East Coast is better than the West Coast? I know it's a matter of opinion. I can assure you, a lot of people disagree on that, but I actually agree with you 100%. Like Nas, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang,
Dude,
Biggie.
yeah, those
Fuck,
are like
dude.
the people I grew up on.
So
man.
do you still listen to that now? Is that what inspired you on your mixtape? Is that the kind of style,
Yeah,
the kind of heat
pretty
you
much,
had?
Yeah, Nas,
dude, that's so
Mobb
sick.
Deep, Wu-Tang,
Do your magic, dude.
even like undercover, like underground rappers from the city, like Juice. You ever heard of Juice?
Nah, I haven't
Yeah,
heard of
MC
Juice. Is that from?
Juice.
He's from Chicago or what?
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
fire or what?
Oh, dude, yeah, he was great, man.
Thank you.
No problem. Have you heard
Yeah.
of New York Underground or no?
As
The
far
one I
as-
love is like Immortal Technique
Oh, dude, yeah, Mortal Technique.
or
was
Philly.
legit.
Or
Yeah,
was
he was
Jedi Mind
good.
Tricks, I think.
Jedi Mind Tricks is
Ooh,
good.
dude,
yeah.
that's-
Vietnam story, dude.
Dude, yeah, dude. Dude, have you
Yeah.
heard that song or no?
Which one?
What thing is
By
called?
Jedi Mind?
It's called Uncommon Valor. I don't know
Yeah,
how you
Uncommon
pronounce it.
Valor. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also known as a Vietnam story.
Damn, I don't think I heard it yet.
Dude, this song is so good, bro. It's so good. It's so dark. It's gonna give you the fucking chills, dude.
Well, it's a Vietnam story. That's what it's called. It's Uncommon Valor, a Vietnam story. So it's talking about, I guess, they put themselves in the shoes of those guys that were in the
The
front.
good soldier and the bad one.
Yeah.
in Vietnam.
In
For
Vietnam.
sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so one of them.
That's a different like perspective, you know.
Oh,
like,
dude, and they
for
made it-
for rappers to do that, you know
exactly.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
And they made it so hip hop. So these guys are Jedi Mind Tricks, I think, are big into the Quran and all that. So, dude, these guys are so able to tap on very unorthodox hip hop topics.
Yeah, dude.
They could make it work because
Yeah.
they're fucking pros at it, dude. Like they'll be worshiping Allah and rap, and it sounds gangster as fuck, dude. It sounds
Yeah.
badass, dude. So this one he's talking about good cop, bad cop. I mean, no.
What?
Bro, right?
What the?
dude. Sorry, dude.
You slipped right there, dude.
I slipped, dude. No, dude. The good soldier, the bad soldier. You know, a lot of people went to Vietnam, dude, and they were like raping and
Yeah.
they were raping and killing a lot of like Vietnamese people, and then there was like the guys that went there, and they didn't want to do that, but they were
Yeah.
kind of forced into doing it because, dude, like I heard like from a lot of stories, what they say is that, you know, Americans went to Vietnam, dude, and they fucked some shit up, dude. Number one, they got like addicted to heroin and drugs, and they were just fucking shit up in fucking Vietnam, dude. So for
Damn.
some people, it was awesome, dude. Drugs, fucking sex, like all kinds of crazy shit. And for others, dude, it was the definition of hell, dude.
Yeah, traumatic.
Because they didn't want to be doing that shit.
Yeah,
dude.
they're
They didn't
like, I'm
wanna
not
be
about
there.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it was like for some was like for evil fucking people, that was the place to be, dude.
It was the devil's playground, dude.
That was
Yeah.
the devil's playground,
That's
dude.
crazy.
And for people that were good and were righteous and that, you know, weren't fans of that kind of lifestyle at all,
They weren't feeling that.
they were brought into that fucking life of chaos, dude.
Damn.
So yeah, dude, you gotta check this song out. It's amazing. It's powerful as fuck.
Did you ever watch The Deer Hunter?
No, but they have a song called Deer Hunter too, I think, and that's
Well,
pretty sick.
That movie, the great actors in it, right? It has Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken. Like it's an older movie. Like I want to say it's from the 70s, but it's these guys that are based out of I want to say somewhere in the East Coast, and they get sent out to Vietnam, and these are guys that they've always been friends,
Yeah.
like longtime friends, childhood friends, and they get sent out to Vietnam, and one of them become prisoners of war while they're out there. And while they're out there, like they get into the game of Russian roulette with a gun, like gambling and shit.
Crazy.
And one of the guys just goes nuts, and he ends up staying in Vietnam. And the other guy went back home to the East Coast, where the guy that went nuts, where his girlfriend was at, and all that stuff. It's a pretty cool, like it brings you back to the perspective of what those people went through in that time. So it's a cool movie to watch. It's called
The Deer Hunter.
The Deer Hunter. I'd recommend watching it. Christopher Walken, Robert De Niro.
Excuse me.
I forgot what other actors ran it.
Check it out.
Badass movie. It's a little too long though.
I did bring up Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Yeah,
and
let's go back to that. Yeah.
I have to ask.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to say names, obviously, right? Just right here, lay it out on the table. Is that real, dude?
Officer Dick.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Is there Good Cop, Bad Cop, like a Training Day type of shit, you know? Maybe not that extreme, I get it, it's a movie, right? But, you know, and...
Corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and, you know, and I feel like probably the higher the ladder, the
Yeah. So for me,
easier it is to be a bad cop.
I don't know. From my experience, it was that was stuff you only saw in the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I started, it was like, you know, CPD wasn't, you know, like being a cop wasn't in a good place because of certain stuff that had happened. You know, so I never saw officers egregiously like being bad. For, you know, in my opinion, I never saw that. I never experienced that. For me, everyone was like pretty much on the same page. Everyone was just trying to get by, do their job, and get home safe. So, do officers like that exist? Yeah, I heard about it. For me, so
you heard about it, yeah.
In Chicago.
I heard about it. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's like in every big city department. I'm sure you heard about like it happened in Baltimore. There was like a documentary.
The one I told you about.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah.
So okay, you want to elaborate more on that one because I'm not too familiar, but I have been told about it a little bit.
It was like a documentary on like road cops, and they were saying that, you know, I guess cops are like, you know, they were like stealing money from drug dealers and stuff like that, and they got federally indicted. I don't know the specifics, but it's a whole documentary that kind of like goes over like what the people that were arrested from like the acts of these officers went through. You know what I mean? It kind of shows their perspective.
Oh,
so it makes you feel bad for the drug dealer.
I'm thinking of a different one, dude.
Bit,
That's kind of fucked up.
It's a documentary. It's called, man, I forget what it's called.
Do you feel bad for them, honestly? Like I gotta
it's
say,
hard, man, because people lie to you a lot, and you do see people that try to throw you under the bus, and it's like, man, I was being like super nice to you, and then you go turn around and throw me under the bus. So it's hard to, I don't know,
because the expectation is for you guys to keep that same demeanor,
yeah,
and not crumble under that pressure. But how do you not crumble when you're dealing with some fucking shiesty ass people on the street?
Yeah, I mean, I can see how people could lose their, you know, sometimes people, you know, could lose their cool, you know, but nowadays you really can't, man. There's, you know, you're held to a different standard as a police officer. Like you can't really, you know, maybe back in the 60s and the 70s people got away with it.
Dude, this is intense though. Yeah. It's so intense.
But nowadays you have cameras everywhere. Like people got body cams. Like I don't think officers are out there egregiously trying to, you know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to like wrap my like when I see something in the media, and maybe I'm biased, right? Because I'm an officer.
Oh, I actually agree with you.
But I have to take, you know, a lot of times I always, people assume like, oh yeah, cops are bad. But, you know, I worked as an officer, and, you know, and knowing what it's like, it's kind of hard to agree with like a lot of things that the media try to portray. You know what I mean?
So it feels like a load of shit, or what do you think?
Yeah,
honestly?
dude, a lot of times it does, man.
And why do you think that?
Just because you know how it is, like I've experienced it, and I know how
you've been through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what part do you think it's a load of shit? Because you gotta understand, dude. Like, people watch the media, right?
Yeah.
They watch the news and shit, and they take in everything they say. Oh, this man, he viciously attacked this poor man, which was like a drug dealer, a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, and not to say that
deprived him of his rights.
Yeah,
like,
just because he's a drug dealer doesn't mean the person deserves it, right? Like I've never purposely used force on anybody because you're a drug dealer, you're a gangbanger. No, it's because of the nature of the job. Okay, you're dealing with a drug dealer, but you look past that and they're combative, they're violent.
You're going based off of their actions.
Their demeanor, they're about to attack you or some shit, huh?
Exactly. So you're not egregiously just trying to violate someone's rights. And nowadays, dude, it's come on, it's maybe I heard the stories, but the 60s, 70s, the 80s, but
it's like the Rodney King situation.
But man, it's so hard to capture, in a body cam. It's so hard to capture the context of the situation because you're literally just seeing the fucking guy getting his ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, and even if somebody's on the sideline recording there while you're beating his ass, it might be after the fact.
Yeah, he got him after the guy
you don't know what led to that situation.
Cell phone videos. People show up in the middle, but in the middle of a situation, but they don't. It doesn't explain. It doesn't show the whole story. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's
it
why
starts off a certain way. It ends up it ends up a certain way. Someone comes up with their phone and just starts recording, and it looks bad, right? And it's not good for optics. That's the shitty part is that a lot of times the media will take that and they'll run with it. Look, it looks like this officer's violating this guy's rights. He's kicking his ass. But little did they know that this guy actually had punched the officer previously. Previous to the person before the person pulled their cell phone out and started recording. So that's kind of the shit that people deal with. Dude, a lot of officers, majority of them, from my experience, they want to go to work, do their job, come home safe, come home to their wife and kids, and live life just like everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just weird that going to work. It's weird going to work and knowing that at any moment someone could pull out a cell phone and then it could turn into a big story, and then the media will jump on it, then people demonize you.
They can ruin your life and the life of your family because
you can end up in jail.
It's like the cops in Chicago. I think there was a whole thing that happened in Chicago, right?
Which one?
I forgot what it was.
The Toledo?
But it was, I think there was that situation.
Or the Pulaski one. There was one in Pulaski that this kid had a knife, I think.
And they shot him, right?
They shot him, but he had a fucking knife, and he was fucking going nuts. What do you think about those situations?
If the cop's life is at risk, hey, they have to take matters into their own hands. They have to use their training, and if the training is, hey, you got to shoot the assailant, you shoot the assailant. I don't. Obviously, it gets hairy because of the whole race thing, dude. It gets really fucking hairy.
You see, but this is the thing, though. Okay. You think CPD is diverse, bro? Straight up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
dude. Now it is.
Dude, I think it's diverse as fuck. It's been diverse for the last 10 years, dude. Look, man.
Before that, it was White Run.
Bro, as a Chicagoan, I gotta say it, bro. Oh, go ahead.
The weird thing for me was during after the riots, George Floyd riots, going to certain neighborhoods, and it's people telling you you're racist, and it's a bunch of brown and black officers, and they're like, you're racist, and I'm like, dude, I'm Mexican. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude,
and then the guy next to me is black, and then how are you gonna call me racist?
Tell them what you heard other non-black cops say.
Yeah, dude. So okay, I have been, I guess, assaulted by cops before, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, that doesn't change my respect for police officers because not all of them are dicks. But I was in a predominantly black neighborhood with my homie, and we're obviously two Latinos, right?
Yeah.
So they seen us in a black neighborhood, all black neighborhood, bro. It was ghetto as fuck, run down. It was shiesty, bro. It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, dude. It was right before Oak Park, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of neighborhood it is, but I know it
looks in Austin, dude.
Austin neighborhood,
yeah, dude. It looks shady as fuck, dude. But I mean, we didn't give a fuck. We're riding our bike, and it was late at night, and a cop, a narc car, pulls up on us, and we're by a hospital or something like that. We're crossing the little driveway, and the cop dude rams into my boy on his bike. knocks him off his bike, dude. He ran into him.
Mhm.
My boy, dude, fell, dude. Then a couple other cop trucks came behind us, and they're like, whoop whoop, you know, like they got like, hey, wait right there, motherfuckers, you know. And yeah, dude, he's like, what are two beaners doing in you know, NIGGER neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
But it was a Mexican and a black cop, and they were saying that.
weird, dude.
So
The Mexican was saying it full
both
on.
of them, dude, they said it, dude, like nothing.
Wow.
And that's what I want to say. That I feel like, okay, not to justify them, but
Yeah.
what I am trying to say, I feel like they see it like they're a family. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like cops are probably like a family, a brotherhood, and I feel like race, bro, probably that shit's out the window a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're either a good guy or a bad guy. And they were suspicious, dude, because we were two Mexicans in a black neighborhood. So their story was that they thought we were mules. Now, do you know about that or no? The narc mules? You got to understand, Chicago was a big hub for
Yeah.
the drug cartels,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So was LA and New York. So you as a cop, now I don't know if that was in your department much, but did you ever hear about that a lot? Like drug bust and, you know, linked to cartel and shit like that or no?
I mean, you heard about it here and there. That was mainly, you know, that was mainly like officers that would have like traffic stops, and you know they'd get like a ton of drugs, cocaine, and it's like, you know, it's like a Mexican guy straight from Mexico. You know, obviously, yeah, you're gonna think it's cartel related.
But
Wow.
when that shit happens, does it have to immediately go into federal DEA? It has to go straight to that, right?
Sometimes the feds get involved, you know, depending on how much drugs you have, like, or
'Cause I would
or
think-
what kind of case you have, the feds will get involved and they'll take over.
Like
And if the feds get
DA.
involved, you know, you're gonna do time. You know, like it's not like the city right now. They're kind of lenient on crime. Like if you get arrested, you know, you might get an I bond. They might let you go, and you'll be free to do it again. But if the feds get involved and they charge you, like, yeah, you're gonna go to jail and you're gonna do time.
So I have
nuts, you
I have
know
a
what I mean?
question for you, because I watched the movie End of Watch, and we're gonna take a little break after, because our camera's gonna run out of the juice right now. But the End of Watch movie, I just thought of that question right now is, like, are there ever instances like where, as a cop, where there's certain areas like, hey, you guys are off limits here, like this is like federal, this is DEA
Like
territory,
jurisdictions,
like
sort of say, or what?
like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
regular, like I'm not saying you guys are some regular
No,
ordinary.
no,
You
yeah,
guys are
it's
fucking
happened.
cops, so you guys are.
everyone has their duty,
Yeah.
though, right?
Their duty,
But-
yeah.
They won't let you guys get involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff happens. You know, stuff like that happens for sure. You know, people come up on, you know, on a stop, and it's like, oh yeah, and then you end up finding out like, well, the DA is monitoring these people, and
Holy shit.
you know,
Damn. So how does that? So that's real, like how it is in the movies, where, for example, let's say you
that
had
exists. Yeah,
like the traffic stop. Turns out this guy was getting tailed by DEA or you know, federal officers, and you happen to traffic stop him and catch him while these drugs. Does it really occur where the fucking DA is like Hank from Breaking Bad, is like, hey man, what the fuck? You know, that's my people.
yeah, dude.
For real?
Well, yeah, because they got to do their investigation. You know what I mean?
So what-
maybe they have a bigger case going on, and
So do you guys get shit for that
building.
or no?
no,
I mean, how the fuck are you guys gonna know anyways?
But-
right?
Exactly.
So what happens there? Like, you obviously have to, you run their info, right?
yeah,
And then boom, you get that information, or how does that work? Like
no, I mean, no, not like that.
No?
It's mainly like, if someone is monitoring them, they'll step in and, you know, they'll let us know. Like,
Oh
hey,
shit!
like
Play on radio
the
real quick.
moment, like, say if you stop a guy, and then you, like, how does that work? Like when you're stopping like a traffic stop, how does that work? Like you stop the guy, and that information is automatically sent over to the department,
Yeah, on your computer or
No,
something.
or
no, it's not like that.
No.
It could be that someone's running surveillance on them. You know what I mean?
oh, okay.
How the
Someone's
fuck would
watching
you
that
know?
car, you know, and they
That's
could come
fucking
up to,
nuts,
hey, man, we're
dude.
doing
And I'm sure
surveillance
that's
on this
mind blowing
car.
for you guys when you're just like
Yeah.
doing a regular traffic stop.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy because in operation, they're not just gonna catch this guy with a certain amount of drugs in their vehicle. When it's an operation, they're plotting to figure out who's supplying this guy. So they're not trying to catch that little guy. They're trying to catch the big guy.
Yeah.
So that's where that gets tricky. I guess it
'cause-
could be like a
they
whole
have a bigger
shindig.
investigation going on. They want to
They're building it, dude. They're like, it's like a
building
snowball.
case.
Yeah.
They're building a
That's
case,
insane.
and maybe it's not the right time to nab this guy, and maybe they want to get a bigger person, and yeah, dude, for sure that exists.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, people. I mean, dude. Yeah, you're sick. You're gonna call in sick.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it feels like a cop is. Okay, I know this might sound a little corny, right? But like almost like a superhero type of job, right? Where like you just gotta be there to say, like, you watch all these movies. I think there's just like this idea. There's this like, oh no, like they're here to save the fucking day, bro. Like, they're here to go fight crime. Like, there's no days off.
Yeah, I would say a lot of like the majority of officers. That's why they take the job. They want to do good. They want to help people out. They want to fight crime. But right now, I feel like the trend is like they don't want you to fight crime. you know what I mean?
To slow it down.
They don't want people to fight crime right now. I don't know why.
Dude, we're gonna end up like fucking El Salvador, I think, at the rate we're going in Chicago.
Lawless and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like if you don't fight crime, dude, crime is just gonna grow.
Or they want to take a different approach to crime.
So what do you think about Chicago's approach right now? And
you can't take a different approach. So
yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh
dude,
no, okay, go ahead.
So a thing that I guess I don't know if it's still a thing now. I think it's kind of lost. Is the cops being friendly with the community, and being like with the people of the community and being good to the people. Interacting even with the fucking bad motherfuckers on the street.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And like kind of building rapport with these guys, even though some of them are criminals. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, like
treating them like humans.
Yeah. And I think we've lost that in these current times. We've lost that fucking humanity. Yeah. And maybe in small towns they still have it, but in cities, I think that's out the window.
Dude, if you treat a guy nice, he's a criminal, right? He's gonna go to jail. He's gonna go to jail with rapists, murderers, and obviously some innocent people too. I don't think the approach even matters, dude. If you say like, "Hey, bud, we're gonna just take you to jail real quick, all right?" He's like, "Okay, man."
So I get what you're saying. Dude.
Fuck no, dude.
It depends on the individual.
That's why they're always aggressive. I feel like it's irreversible.
Yeah,
at this
people don't
want to
go to jail.
Yeah, bro, no one wants to go to jail, dude.
When it's that type of dude. Yeah, but I'm saying like in general, like in terms of being part of the community, like obviously there's gonna be the guys that hate the cops because they're up to no good.
And I got a comeback for that too, man. So this is what I think. This is my opinion, all right? Yeah. You can tell me what you think, Foxtrot. So,
Foxtrot.
So, I feel like these fucking, whether it's the chief of police or mayor, whatever the fuck it is, they need to watch some Batman, dude. What's the first thing that I think Alfred tells Batman? Love me. He's like, you don't have to be loved by the city,
Yeah.
You just gotta be what the city needs.
True.
Dude, the city needs el pinche cinto, bro, la chancla. You know what I'm saying?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, right?
It's
Ain't
hard,
that right?
Man.
They're like, oh no, like, just talk to the kids. Let them be kids. And the kid
all... an ass whooping.
Yeah, bro, the kid all, like, humping some lady's head in the middle of the table. Like, no, dude. Like, you need to put your kids in fucking line, bro. You need to show some discipline, That's what makes a better fucking society, I think, is... you need to know. I think there's some countries where you rob, you get your fucking hand chopped off.
Yeah.
I bet you the motherfuckers think twice
That's
about
somewhere in Asia, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
Asia
it's a cool approach. Like
Middle East.
I get it. Like why Batman would do that. Like he's like, hey, the city, you need to be what the city needs. But right now, like the powers that be aren't telling officers, hey, you need to be what the city needs. They're kind
How do you feel about that though? I need to know. Like, is there an outcry for CPD officers? Are they like, dude, because I know other CPD officers, honestly, and we've talked about it, and dude, a lot of CPD officers are on the brink of quitting. Yeah. They're done, dude. It's
stressful, dude.
They don't feel like it's law anymore, dude.
Yeah, it's hard when you arrest somebody and they get released. You arrest somebody like with a gun, and then they're out like within the same day or the next day. They get released and they go to court. They're released on bond. They do no jail time, and then a week later they're in the same neighborhood shooting up the neighborhood, and it's like, well, how is that really helping the community? You know,
So
what
is
I
it
mean?
really that easy to get away with crime now?
In certain areas it is, yeah.
Why in certain areas? Why do you say that?
Especially like in Illinois, like a lot of these crimes, like for example, you know, like gun arrests or even like stealing cars, vehicular hijackings, retail theft, like people stealing shit tons of, you know, merchandise from stores. It's not really being prosecuted, so, you know, I don't know, they're taking a different approach to it. Maybe they're doing like certain programs or trying to, you know, but a lot of these people don't respond to these programs, and, you know, they're like, yeah, fuck your program. And then they go back out and do it again. You know what I mean? So then you get like this cycle of just people just committing crime over and over because they're not being held accountable.
You didn't give them
You
the
That
discipline
is
to
crazy,
think about it.
man. There was a story recently of a guy that took an Uber and he cut the guy into pieces.
Oh yeah, in Florida.
Yeah,
you heard
that's
about that
crazy.
dude or no?
Yeah, I heard about it. I
That
think I
was
read about
insane,
it.
dude.
I saw
And
his
he's
mugshot,
from
he had, like,
Indiana,
tats.
dude.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
He's like literally
He was
like,
Latino, yeah.
dude. He's a MS-13. He's literally from Indiana. He's like not even that far from here.
Damn.
He was here. He went to Florida and just fucked some shit up, dude. I gotta say, dude, the day that MS-13 start taking over the city, dude, that's when I'm like moving somewhere where there's not MS-13.
Yeah, bro. Once you
Fuck
start
that,
seeing guys
dude.
with like tats all over their face.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think
Fuck
it's time to
that,
move
That
bro.
are, that are not Post Malone, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
dude. I want some Post Malone. Those motherfuckers be wearing
Yeah.
dresses and shit. Whoa.
Wait, what the hell happened?
All right, pause
The
it.
light turned off.
Technical
Pause,
difficulties.
pause. You didn't connect it?
No.
Damn, Hector.
That's gonna be a cool edit right there, dude. The lights go out.
Damn, dude, he's gonna start singing like SpongeBob, like
Whoa,
with the
there we
guitar. What song was it, dude? Fucking A. I told you, man, this podcast, man, it's spontaneous, man.
Yeah, dude, you guys talk about some wild stuff.
Yeah, dude, you haven't heard it at all.
But
I'm sure you
luckily,
guys-
Foxtrot, nobody knows who the hell you are, dude.
Yeah, dude, you could fucking, you know.
You can talk about whatever you want, man. Don't hold back.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
dude, don't hold back. If anything, I wish I could blur my face and say a lot more shit on
And
it.
we're editing this part right here. This is not gonna be in the.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. Us trying to get you to talk about whatever.
All right, dude. Okay, all right. Here it comes, dude. All right, raw and uncut, dude. Oh, actually, you're ready for another one, right?
Like a penis.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude. A nice
Raw
big
uncut.
penis. Hey, you want a beer or something, dude?
No, man. I got sick of doing
Oh,
that.
wait.
I got
Actually,
sick of doing
I
that
think
all
I
my
got-
childhood, dude.
My
Hey,
dad's would tell yeah.
go get us some beers. You go.
Yeah.
Hector, you want another beer?
Nah, dude, I'm good. Thank you.
Sure?
Dude, I actually,
You're good for another one, right?
Yeah, I'll take another one. Yeah.
once this recording is over, I gotta pee so bad.
You got to pee?
I'm gonna wait till we're done.
You guys consider pee?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, wait.
Nah, man. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And
And
you're
it-
obviously welcome for
Yep.
whenever you want.
For sure. I'm down.
Okay, dude.
And we definitely want your feedback, like after the fact, like when
Yeah.
we release it and stuff like that. Let us know, like, honest opinion, like
yeah.
what is it like? It doesn't even have to be like if we didn't say something, or more like on like how it looks, like everything. Just give us honest feedback.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right?
dude. Well,
Yeah.
I still got some good ass questions I want to ask
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
So, Foxtrot, is there a lot of beef between the police department and the black folks right now after George Floyd?
Man, dude.
And you could hit it with full
Yeah.
honesty right there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just. It's hard, man, because just working for me, it's like the media portrays certain things, like, oh yeah, like the black people don't like cops, right? I don't know, like working in Englewood and some of like the South Side areas, and interacting with the people that live there, like a lot of the people that live in those neighborhoods, they want police there. They like police. They don't want
Really?
people shooting up their neighborhood.
They like the presence of
Wow.
Exactly. Like-
so why the fuck
So I
doesn't
don't know-
the fucking news station say that?
Yeah, I don't know why people
Bullshit,
you know,
dude.
people try to make it like, you know, like hey, because you're black, black people don't like police. I don't think that's the case. I honestly, like, just working a lot of these high crime areas, even predominantly black neighborhoods, like the people that live there, I've gotten thank yous from people that, the residents. I didn't really feel the hate, So it's weird when, like, the media portrays this beef between,
honestly,
the police.
So that's
and
not even
certain
real.
races. In my opinion, I don't think it.
Just with criminals, maybe, right? Obviously,
maybe criminals,
right?
and maybe the media. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But for my opinion, okay, there's criminals, right? There's people that have guns and they shoot people and they get arrested, and there's people that don't like you, but then at the same time, there's just the same amount of people that appreciate you and give you thanks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's, for me, from my perspective, I don't think it's the way the media portrays it, where it's I think it maybe contributes to, like, maybe some of the younger generation feeling a certain way, Hispanics, black people or any minority group is gonna get treated bad by police.
Do you think it's all them liberal? Well, I don't want to say
that's
liberal.
why I get upset, because when I hear, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but when I hear fucking more people, like, I guess, that are minorities, right? Like Hispanic, black, that are going more towards the liberal side of things and what the media is portraying in terms of policing and stuff like that. I hate when they go to that fucking side and try to go to that side where, like, oh no, people have, what's it called? Like the defund the police stuff, and they support that. And I'm like, nah, dude, like, you have to, we're here.
Fire the bad cops, get more good cops.
Correct.
Get
the bad out of everything that we have, like, and try to progress and try to get better.
And I understand that, like, get the bad apples out, but at the same time, it's like, give the good cops a chance as well. You know what I mean? Because right now, it's like, even if you're a good cop, they're kind of trying to demonize you. So that's the tough part.
So who do you feel is trying to demonize you, though? So ultimately, you think it's the media then? Because obviously it's not the people. You said that the black communities actually really want you guys there.
Yeah, a lot. They do. A lot of them. It's, you hear it from, like, social media, the news. They try to portray a narrative that really isn't true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Chicago diverse as fuck.
Yeah, super diverse.
Super diverse. So that's already debunked that Chicago police officers are racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sure you might get some racist assholes, but I would assume it's extremely difficult to get a racist cop, because I'm sure they're gonna pair him up with a minority cop, for the most part, I would assume, and for the white cop to be acting racist
in front of a
minority.
Yeah.
Well, then that just don't sit right on anybody,
Yeah.
No.
And it's crazy that we've had encounters with police where the white cop was way nicer than the fucking minority.
Yeah.
The Mexican cop was acting like
Mexican cop looked more Mexican than us.
It was like the Ralph Barbosa and George Lopez situation.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Okay. Do you watch comedy or no?
Yeah,
really?
Dude. Yeah.
Ooh, hell yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Where's my food?
We're all comedian. We're all comedy fans.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I can't believe George Lopez did that. That's crazy. Like, come on, dude, you gotta support your people, man.
You think he's a little bitch for that or no? Straight up.
Yeah, I don't like that, dude. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not.
So you feel like, okay, supposedly they're saying that he was just fucking around, just talking shit, right? Yeah. What do you think though? Like, you seen Latinos, bro, older Latinos. Do you feel like there's a disconnect between older Latinos and younger Latinos, or do you think that, and you might even see this with the police officers?
Is so far in generations to that guy. He's so far, dude.
Like Ralph is actually Mexican, right? Like Ralph is actually Mexican.
Maybe like during his time, like George Lopez, like when he was coming up, maybe it was different. You know what I mean? It was a different time.
Yeah.
You kind of had to like grind a little harder and probably
be
a little more ruthless. Yeah. You know what I mean? And and maybe this Ralph guy is, it's a different. It's a different era, dude.
Yeah, well, I think it, like, when George was coming up, obviously, dude, I mean, you gotta understand, America was still very fucking racist in those times, probably, right?
He came up in a he paved his own way, dude.
Yeah, well, he had to
Yeah, he
cater
did.
to the fucking
Yeah.
white folks a lot because, I mean, I'm sure they weren't getting much love, right? So like, right now, dude, it's almost cool to be a fucking minority, dude. It's almost cool to be
It's the
a
trend.
black comedian
Yeah.
or a Latino comedian.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's like, wow, you know, like that's so cool, you know, it's so diverse, whatever, blah blah blah, you know. So maybe that's where he's like, man, what the fuck? Like, I didn't have that shit, but I still feel like that's
It hurt
you
his
can't be
e-
enamorado, you know what I'm saying? You
it
can't
hurt
be a
his
hater.
ego a little bit, and he is older, so I think that's where it is. Like he's already at the end. He's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
I think he's probably 60 if not.
I feel like you're
Yeah.
never too old though, dude. I feel
No,
like
no,
Marlon
yeah.
Brando was old as fuck in The Godfather, and that was a good ass fucking movie. And
Yeah.
I think he still did like fucking 20 more badass movies.
Well, he wasn't that old in that movie.
No, The Godfather.
No,
How old was
they
he?
they did that shit to his cheeks. They made him
On
look
purpose, right?
Yeah.
Just to make him look older.
He was still
Oh, those
younger.
aren't his
Yeah,
real cheeks?
That's what I heard, that they were fake.
yeah, that was
What?
fake, dude.
They
Yeah.
made him look like Kiko, basically.
I was like, talking all
That's crazy.
Oh, no good.
on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Made enough for you, confused.
Yeah,
that's
your
funny, dude.
impression was better than mine, dude.
Yeah. Okay, wait, but I did want to get back to one topic, dude, because
Yeah.
I know we went to they used to rap, right? I know we've been all over the place, right? But so you showed this shared acquaintance, right? Music. You showed him East Coast, from what he told me. He came from
Yeah.
Arizona, listening to all that West Coast shit, right? Which is awesome too. But East Coast, you gotta love it, right? What do you think about the Biggie and Tupac disputes? For me, like with hip hop heads, this is the biggest topic for me, dude, because
Yeah.
People
I fucking
people
hate,
love
dude.
the shit out of Tupac, dude.
yeah, dude, but
They
I
do,
fucking
yeah.
I like okay, Tupac was so great, dude, but I feel like if he had been more mature about a lot of things, he would have really had my respect. Like the fact that he dissed Biggie, bro,
Yeah.
so bad, bro, like
He
It's
was
like,
he was
I
on
can't
he
like
was on
him
some
like
childish crap.
it was so
crap,
childish,
yeah.
and it's like Snoop Dogg will still have like interviews to this day, right? And he'll say that fucking dude, he shit on Nas so much. And bro, I'm gonna tell you one thing, dude.
Wait,
I feel
Tupac
like
did?
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, he called Nas a bitch and this and that. And he talked shit to him and he talked mad shit about.
Nas was younger though, right? Or no? Was he younger than Tupac?
No, I
They're
think he
probably
was
on the
old.
same age.
They're the same
Yeah?
age?
Probably around the same age. Yeah, dude. Just Tupac seems like he's old. Like he was young now, but dude, they were all around the same age, dude. But
He died young, yeah.
he died young, so his image just stays young forever. But they were on all the same era, right?
Okay.
And he shit on Nas so much, dude. Like fuck Nas, you know, like he ain't shit, he ain't making no noise, blah blah. Like, how do you feel about that, dude? Do you feel like Tupac was that great? Do you feel like he's the greatest of all time? Like, who do you think is your
Dude.
favorite? Tied to a
Nah,
hip hop head, like I want to hear all these inputs, you know.
That's funny, dude, because I know Gio loves Tupac, bro.
Oh, we had this debate.
And then-
He says that Biggie's gangsta rap. What do you think, bro? Is Biggie gangsta rap or is he hip hop?
man, dude. I want to say he.
Cross my fingers.
Yeah. Is he?
Dude, no.
Is he gangster rap or is he hip hop? Like in what terms? Like
Dude,
Okay.
gangster rap is California.
yeah. That's what I think. Like,
That's gangster rap.
but
Okay,
no,
but
I think
what is
I think
gangsta rap,
I think
though?
Biggie was gangster rap. He was like the East Coast version of gangster rap. Jay-Z also was like the East Coast
But
version of
dude,
gangster
so you're gonna
rap.
tell me? Okay, so what is Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang is
Yes.
a little more hip hop.
Oh, no, okay, not
A little
really.
more underground.
What's
Bro,
Cream,
no, they're
what's
the
Cream
same,
talking
they're the
about?
same.
What's Cream
Cash
talking
was
about?
everything around me.
Yeah, what the first lines is
They're
that?
drug dealing,
Sitting-
but there's nothing about gangbanging.
Yeah.
dude,
What
but
about
it's still
Triumph?
gangster, bro.
But what about Triumph?
Oh shit.
Dude.
Okay. Yeah,
You
that's
know?
just lyricism.
Yeah, lyricism, dude. They're just talking about like war and like, you know.
Socrates
Abomatically.
philosophies,
Yeah.
Dude.
Socrates philosophies and hypotheses.
Dude,
yeah.
a lot of their
Yeah,
songs are
dude.
like that,
Dude,
dude.
cheers,
You know
dude.
what I mean?
Triumph was one of my favorite songs. I remember when Hector showed me that song.
And we
That's
saw
a sick
saw
song,
Wu Tang back in I want to say it was like 2011 or something.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see Wu Tang Clan at Congress Theater.
We were like, ooh, Wu-Tang, dude.
Dude, I wish I would have gone to see. I never got a chance to see them.
Dude, they're gonna come. They're gonna come. We should go.
Just be
I'd be
prepared.
down, bro.
Dude, Wu-Tang and Nas, dude.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold on,
no,
hold on.
we're
Hold on.
Let's
together?
do it. What's up?
Hey,
I'm down.
Just be
You
prepared.
go or what?
Maybe.
What?
Just be prepared to wait 5 hours before they go up on stage.
Oh yeah, dude. Some dude got
Yeah.
booed off the stage 'cause he was like doing his shit, and he had like a little ODB style with him. But I mean,
No.
ODB is ODB, bro. It's only one
So
ODB.
they
One
have.
year, you
So
know?
what
Yeah.
happens is Wu Tang they have opening acts, and it's like 3 acts, right? And then they perform, and they don't perform till like 2 hours after the fucking last act. But the last act before them is like probably some older guys that are guys that never made it big like them.
Yeah.
And at that show that we went to back in like 2011, that around that time 2010, there was a group called Brooklyn Zoo.
Okay. I'm like, please don't say Killer Army because I love
No,
Killer Army.
no.
I haven't heard Killer Army.
No,
These
dude.
guys-
Good?
these-
You gotta
yeah,
put me on, dude.
they're like Wu-Tang.
So these guys are
Fuck,
Brooklyn
I gotta
Zoo,
listen to
and I have no hate on anybody, but for me, I respect when music is good, it's good. When it's bad, I just have to call it out.
And it wasn't even that bad though, dude. It was just like not what you wanted to listen to, bro. You know what I mean?
It wasn't that good.
No,
No,
it was just like a bunch of mumble and shit.
I don't know. It just wasn't good. And then at the same time, yeah, we were waiting for already 4 hours. People wanted to hear Wu-Tang already, and this was the last group before Wu-Tang. Everybody was like, "Boo!
Oh,
Woo!
dude.
Get off the stage!"
Yeah, I think my turn off was that their name was Brooklyn Zoo, and you know ODB was always big on Brooklyn Zoo.
And he has a song called Brooklyn
Exactly.
Zoo. Yeah.
So you just kind of look at it like, it's like almost Wu-Tang, but like far off still.
Yeah. That's
They're
kinda
not
like
even close.
That was kind of like Killer Army, dude.
It was like
kinda the
that
same way.
soda, that Coke, the cola soda you get at Aldi. You know what I mean?
But dude, by the
Yeah.
by the end of the booing, they were like, "Ah, fuck you!"
Yeah,
They-
get the fuck out.
and then they got
You know,
off the
Wu-Tang.
stage.
Dude, everyone was like, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh yeah, Brooklyn Zoo, Brooklyn Zoo. Like,
Maybe
damn,
they were
dude.
just
They're
so
like-
anxious to like.
yeah,
Yeah,
people
dude.
were already
Wu-Tang.
fed up. They
Yeah.
were like,
They're
"Let's
come
go."
on, dude. Let's just.
Yeah, I gotta say, Wu-Tang probably buried this fucking poor group.
Yeah, no, dude.
Okay, I got.
That's
Wait,
fine.
I'm gonna push this debate furthermore, dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Foxtrot. So, dude, what about Nas? Is Nas hip hop or is he gangster rap? Don't think about it too hard, man. Just
Man,
give me your
dude.
immediate thought on that.
Dude. Oh, here I have a different perspective now that I'm older. Back in the day, I was gonna anything that was East Coast versus West Coast. Anything East Coast for me was hip hop, but now I would say Nas is a little more gangster rap.
But I feel like
East Coast version of gangster
I
rap.
feel
dude.
like you're looking at it and this is the same.
Well, Nas he was a little more so, like West Coast rap was a little more aggressive. They weren't as lyrical. East Coast was more lyrical, but they were still talking about gangster shit. You know what I mean? Like their rhyme schemes were like
For
a
sure.
little more complicated, but they were still talking about gangster shit.
So
you
here's
know?
my opinion on that. And obviously I'm a youngster, right? And the reason why I asked Nas, because Nas has some gangster ass shit, dude. Like the song Shootouts. He's talking about some
Yeah.
gangster ass shit.
Or Ether.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Yeah. He's talking all crazy on fucking Jay-Z. But my main thing, what I'm trying to get at, is that the way I defined West Coast.
Oh, you know what?
Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It just East Coast is a little more geared towards like storytelling as well. Like not only but gangster
sure.
stories. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And West Coast is a little more like
Spontaneous.
spontaneous. Like man, fuck you, fuck whatever crew
Yeah.
you ride with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's
I feel like
they're both
more like
it's-
party vibe, right? Like just
Yeah.
fucking just California love, damn, fucking Lolos.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I guess. Look, dude. I gotta say, like, California rap for me is fucking sick, right? But for me, okay, who fucking categorized West Coast as gangsta rap?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
So what I think it is they proclaimed that gangsta rap.
Well, no, it's the
put
fact
it
that-
more under West Coast gangsta rap.
No, dude.
because that's they're saying like this is our entity of hip hop. Well,
Yeah.
it's gangsta rap.
I think
it's a separation of that.
I think it's more because of the fact that the main guys that were on that West Coast side were guys that were involved with Blood and Crips.
Dude, but there's Blood and Crips
Yeah,
and
I
Land
can see
Keys in
that.
New York, dude.
Yeah, but that wasn't talked about in the music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
there's
the
probably a
West-
code, bro.
in
New
the
York
West-
is gangster, dude.
In the West Coast, yeah, but
Dude,
dude,
New York is gangster as
but
fuck
dude,
also.
but they
New York,
kept
yeah.
they kept it as fucking silent as possible. They never said I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. In fucking West Coast, they talk about their Bloods and Crips.
So okay, this is
Yeah.
what I think happened with
So
the
it's-
this is what I think happened with the West Coast. What I think happened with the West Coast is that there was, for example, Suge Knight, right?
He had a huge influence on
From the
what they
Blood
were
gang,
talking
right?
about. Yeah.
So I feel like for him, it was super beneficial to promote, the Bloods. That's super beneficial. Why? If you're a game banger, dude, he's not a fucking rapper, dude. So what does he
Yeah.
have to gain from promoting that? His gang gets more juice.
True.
You know, the Bloods get more juice from promoting the Blood gang. So that's more like a racketeering purpose. Now I feel like the East Coast guys, they really did just have a love for hip hop, dude. Now I'm not saying that the West Coast didn't, okay? Now what I'm saying is that there might have been some twisted people behind the scenes in the West Coast side that were just trying to boost the juice for the gang. Now East Coast was always ciphers and hip hop and rap battling, you know, and freestyling. That was just culture. So for them, I felt like it was more like a religious thing, not involving gang life and promoting their actual gang, because there was a respect to hip hop for fucking lyricism and ciphers. That's what I think.
I think that's,
personally.
but that's why the East Coast has way more of a prominence and hits harder than West Coast because of that fact.
The religiousness to the hip hop
is the fact that they respected the craft enough to not shit on it with gangbanger mentality.
and that goes back to what you said, right? Like the storytelling.
Storytelling.
Like when they're rapping, they're fucking
They respected the craft.
Yeah, like it wasn't like the gang first. It was more like hip hop. You know, like the lyricism first. You know,
And to each their own
we'll throw
when it
like
comes to gangs,
gang
yeah.
shit in there, but it was mainly about the craft, the lyricism, the beats,
okay.
the way they would rap. It was different.
So you feel like West Coast was like, I can use my gang as a boost.
Yeah.
I think there was some fear there in them, maybe because they were in that area or within that.
Dude, if you were a Blood gang leader, dude,
Yeah.
you had a fucking rapper killing shit. Do you want him to promote your gang, dude?
Of course,
That's
and
free
they're
advertising,
gonna
dude.
feel pressure.
Everyone's like, hell yeah, I want to be a Blood.
Because you think about even like Snoop Dogg, Crip, right? Kendrick Lamar, he has some involvement, right, with that
I haven't heard much of Kendrick
gang
like
shit
that.
too. But you look at his albums and stuff like that, like yeah, he has involvement with that too. Like all those guys have that influence, like because they come from that shit.
Yeah.
So they carry it with them and it's in their music. So in a way they're kind of promoting it.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
For sure, dude.
So I think it's because of like you never get rid of that. Like that's with you at all times. Like
Yeah, we say like a homie could leave the hood, but the hood
the
won't
hood
leave
will
the
never.
homie.
Yeah.
True.
I guess in the
I might be wrong, but yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
It's hard, and
Yeah.
do you watch YouTube shorts or no?
Sometimes, yeah.
So have you heard this guy Charleston White?
Charleston White.
He's
No.
like this Southern boy, man. He's like a Southern black folk. He's like a older cat. He's funny, dude. He rips on everybody, dude. You seen him, right?
Comedian?
I think so. Yeah.
No, dude, he's not a comedian, dude, but he's funny as fuck. He probably could be, honestly.
Okay.
Like he'll literally like attack like for example like Chief Keef and all these younger dudes like
Yeah.
in Chicago or like just all these-
Chicago's a lot of drill rap, right? Like a lot of
Yeah,
like,
yeah. What do you think
Chicago
about that,
drill.
dude? Did you ever get into that or no?
No, I never
Like
Were you
did.
like in the
Keef
police
and-
car like Los Sosa?
Nah, hell no, dude. I got stuck in O Block a couple times, but
Oh,
yeah. One
Dude,
time
so
I-
how was that, dude? Were they all like rapping and shit, making they're all
No,
like
no,
shooting
dude.
someone
Doing
in the
their
video?
dances?
Hell no, dude.
It's funny. Do you watch comedy bits,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Have you watched Key and Peele or no?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you watch the one where there's this scene where he's like this rapper, this gangster rapper,
Mm-hmm.
and he's literally fucking rapping about how he killed somebody.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, I killed Darnell Simmons with my 9.
Wait,
Shot him
wait,
in the
Chicago-based
body, shot him
rapper?
9 times.
And they sent his ass to prison, right?
Yeah, and then the cops he's like, hey man, he's like, here's the mixtape.
Of
Here's the
this guy
mixtape.
confessing.
And he's like, this is you in the front, and that's Darnell Simmons in the ground dead. He's like, did you shoot him? He's like, no, it's just art cover. It's just dope music in a dope
dude.
order.
Dumbass.
Yeah, what
Well,
I'm trying to
no,
say
but
is
I'm
that
sure
that
they had-
happens, dude.
They had more. Well, yeah, because I'm sure they had more than that. You know what I mean? But that was probably like the icing on the cake. You know,
For sure.
like they probably had witnesses and they probably had a good description of who he was. They probably knew video evidence. And then he comes out with a rap song like, "Hey man, this is the icing on the cake, dude."
Yeah,
And I'm
like,
sure it's
hey,
pretty-
this
yeah.
adds up, man. What's going on? Like, have you ever
Yeah.
listened to a song, like a drill song, where you're like, hey, this sounds like a lot like the crime I was trying to solve last week.
Yeah,
Or this
dude.
sounds a lot like the guy that got shot
Right.
last week. Okay, give me an example, dude. Like, if you can remember, like, what's a time that you were like, God damn, like, this song literally describes this shootout on 63rd last week. Has that really happened already, or or have you guys talked about it between cops?
Yeah,
I'm sure some cops even listen to drill music for sure.
Yeah,
right?
you would see like, you pay attention to rap videos and you see a street that you normally patrol. You're like, oh, okay, so he's got guns. Okay,
damn.
So like next time I interact with him, I'm gonna make sure, I want to make sure he doesn't have a gun on him. So
you think that's stupid as hell on behalf of the drill rappers, like
to be flaunting
they're
your guns,
boasting their gangsterness and throwing it out there like, oh yeah, look, I killed this guy right here. Like literally like that, like
it's not
that
gonna
bit.
help your case. No, dude, it's not gonna help you. That's basically a confession, It's like,
so does that really happen? Can you guys hold them attainable for their crime?
If it was just that,
music?
No, if they're just rapping about it, it's hard to prove. Like, you gotta have more evidence than
so they can literally say like, but this is why you gotta watch that fucking bit.
But if
dude.
you have like evidence, like maybe fingerprints,
oh yeah,
a variety of video evidence.
So they could have a whole
witness
confession.
testimony, and then they make a rap song about it.
Dude,
that's like the icing on the cake, dude. And now you put that case in front of a jury, they're gonna be like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So but you need DNA.
Yeah, you need like the physical proof. You're saying, right?
It doesn't always have to be DNA. It could just be witness testimony. Like video
you
evidence.
Just need
so does the hood cooperate, or is that false? Like there's a rumor, right? Well, not a rumor, but there's like a street state of mind where no snitching. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Is that bullshit? I mean, I'm pretty sure like those people, like you said, those bad neighborhoods. You're in Englewood, right? Predominantly black neighborhood. Obviously, I'm going to say the truth. And do you ever get like people that, dude, really just want crime out of their fucking neighborhood? They're hardworking people.
Yeah.
And do they call you and say like, hey, I saw this guy, which is my neighbor, shoot down this other person? Do you get that, or is it?
No, you don't.
No. So people really are scared of speaking up. Then what do you think?
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Or people don't like that. Is that because there's a misconception, right?
No, people are scared, dude.
Because the hood will praise that people don't like snitching. That snitching is for bitches.
It's fear, dude.
Yeah. So
Maybe
is that real, or is that like a false
No,
idea?
the younger people, you get people that are shot. I'm like, hey man, who shot you? I don't know. I ain't saying shit. And
do you think that's stupid? And honestly, what's your opinion on that? Or do you think they should fucking say like, hey man, I know who shot me, dude? Like, what do you think?
I don't know, dude.
There's not enough resources to cover them if they snitch, right?
Like if they would snitch, like if they're on their like deathbed and someone shot them and they're like to snitch. I don't know, dude.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna die a snitch. Like, dude, you're gonna die, man. Just shut the fuck up and say it, man.
I know, exactly.
Might as well, dude. Go
yeah, people don't really snitch like that. So
do you think that if snitching were to happen, the streets would be a lot safer? Honestly.
Yes. Yeah, I think it would help. Like if people could provide, like information to police and, but here's the thing: people got to live in these neighborhoods, so they're scared of like the neighborhood coming after them or like other people that live on the block coming after them, knowing that. So you just got to have, but at the same time, just because you're a witness doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna kind of. You don't have to be involved. You know what I mean? Like you can give information.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like you don't feel comfortable. You don't want to do it.
You could give information, but that information could help maybe like a detective solve a case, and it could lead them in the right path. And at the same time, that person doesn't really have to testify in court if they want. You could be anonymous and be like, hey, okay, there's a shooting that happened here. It was this person. I want to be anonymous. You know what I mean? That would help.
Best to be that way.
Especially if people want to get solve murders in their neighborhood, because you get it. You got to live in that neighborhood and you got to feel you fear repercussion, and it's a legit fear.
Sure.
But it's different.
Exactly.
It's different when you're a subject to the violence or to the gangs. Like if a gang member did something to you and they know they did
exactly, and that's a little different, man. They're gonna live. You live by the sword, die by the sword,
for sure.
And
so you're kind of fucked in that situation.
But what I'm saying is like, for example, I went to Mexico, right, with the wife, and we went there, dude, and they fucking, dude, I swear it's insane, right? I've said this story already, right? But basically where we were staying at, they dropped off a dead body in front of the house.
No.
Yeah, dude, and we fucking heard it, bro.
Wait, like, what part of Mexico? if you want to, like, I don't know if you
I'll
want
just-
Oh, don't specify. Don't.
No,
No.
not right. Not
No.
the state.
But you were on vacation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll tell you after the episode. But we went to a state, and it was where our hometown was at.
Yeah.
And I was at my grandma's house, dude. And dude, fucking 2, 3 in the morning, we heard a car. My wife was like, "Hey, dude, I think they're stealing our car. We had a rental, dude." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck, dude. Let them steal the car, man. I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
My grandma got like an old.
As long as we live, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, my grandma got like an old ass Magnum downstairs. I didn't do shit with that,
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. So they dropped off a body, dude. It's
Damn.
so dude. It was so creepy. She's like, dude, she's crazy, dude. She went to the window and looked at it, bro.
Who?
The wife.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck?
I want to see what.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, get your fucking nosy ass out of there, dude. She fucking literally went to go fucking look. She's like, oh my God, I think they dropped off for their drunk friend. And then I'm like, babe, I don't think he's drunk. And then she's like, oh my God, he has a knife and a letter. I'm like, oh, fuck,
He's
dude.
fucking dead, yeah.
I said, are you fucking
Damn.
seriously? They dropped off a dead fucking body in front of us? God damn it. So, dude, we were shitting our pants. We were like, fuck, did they see us, And
Yeah.
her sister, Sulema, was in the other room and she had the light on too, dude. So we're like, fuck, dude, they probably know and we're witnesses and blah blah. But I think they know damn well people aren't gonna speak up, and that's where I'm tying this story in, right? That you think it wasn't my instinct to say anything, dude?
Hey,
No,
let me call the cops.
No, dude, fuck no, dude. Dude, the Coast Guard was there. The fucking la Guardia Nacional, bro. Everybody was in that bitch, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. Like, this guy got his head beat to a pulp, dude. And it's crazy. There's this corrido. Do you like corridos or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, have you listened to the new corridos, no? Or no?
Dude, I've been hearing about Peso Pluma.
Exactly. For sure. That's
He's,
exactly
like,
what
all
I'm
over,
getting at.
yeah.
So, have you heard his music or no?
Yeah, I heard a couple of songs. Like, my girl put me on.
Oh, yeah, I like his music. I ain't gonna lie. But there's this song where it's called...
I just don't like him based on his appearance.
Yeah, dude.
he
That's
looks
wrong.
like one of those Southside SD game bangers, Like,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
got like the, I don't know, the
He's got a gangbanger haircut.
yeah, he does. Yeah,
But
he's got
then
the
again-
shag.
But he ain't a
Basically-
gang
that's not
banger.
right to say, though. You know why? Because I think that's predominantly a Texas thing.
Is it really?
Yes, but I get what you're
Ah.
saying, like a Southside SD,
Yeah,
because
that's just from my
Southside
experience
Chicago,
working in
dude. You
Southside.
go to Pilsen,
Perspective, yeah.
dude, you go to Pilsen, all those
Dude,
little
if you see
homies have
Peso
that.
Pluma walking down the street, if
Yeah,
he walks
he's
down
getting
like
shot.
he's gonna get shot, dude.
He's getting shot. He's a
Yeah,
game
the way he
banger.
dresses, the way
Yeah, dude, for
they're
sure.
gonna
Like,
be
he's
like, man,
like
that
a-
dude, he's
so
an
that-
SD.
That guy,
Latino
that guy
gang
won't
banger.
perform in Chicago, right?
He shouldn't.
I don't know, yeah.
He shouldn't. He doesn't even speak English. That's the worst part. He's gonna get fucking shot.
Oh, he's full blown. He's
full
Mexican.
blown Mexican. He's
Yeah.
from Guadalajara.
I thought he was some American boy. Yeah.
No, dude, he's Boehner, dog.
Oh wow.
He's real Boehner, And well, what I want to get at is that there's this song called El Rápido, right? It's a corrido.
By him?
Yeah,
You see
dude.
it?
Well, I don't think it's by him, but in this song he's saying like, like basically the rival amanece encobijado, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
the song is dope, dude. I like it. It's cool, but dude, corridos are so fucking they come off so bad, dude. When you actually went through an experience like that,
Yeah.
For example, like us, dude. Guess what that guy was wearing, dude? That guy had a poncho, dude. In
Wait,
the
the guy-
morning, they covered the government covered him up with a poncho. So the corrido saying, "Oh, amanece encobijado." I'm
Damn.
like, damn. And I told my wife, I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, hasta estos compas amanecen encobijados. Like, you let me sleep on the couch with no blanket. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right?
These guys over here-
Even the dead guy gets
even
a
a
blanket.
dead
Yeah.
cartel guy gets a blanket. I don't get no
I'm over
fucking
here
blanket.
shivering on a couch.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, man, I had a blanket all fucking week, dude. I'll just buy me a poncho, dude. But more of those stories that my grandma was like, yeah, dude, shit out of luck. Don't say shit. You didn't see nothing.
Yeah, she's gotta
My
live
grandma,
there,
dude.
Yeah, she's
My grandma
like,
was gangster as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck, grandma?
I get it, dude. Especially Mexico, bro. Like, it's not,
For sure. But what I'm saying is it that extreme here in Chicago?
certain
too,
area,
dude?
certain neighborhoods, yeah, dude.
So you think that they'll get like targeted by the game bangers, or how would they even know,
I think
dude?
I don't know if they're gonna get targeted, but people do have fear of like speaking up. You know what I mean?
Do you guys say that
I know
to the
I
people?
would. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, if they got to live in that area and they, it's like a tough reality. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got a story for you, dude.
Yeah.
So I,
We're gonna have to end it there too.
yeah, alright, that's fine. So do you remember that? I don't know if you remember, but we were staying at Chicago Lawn for like a year.
Yeah.
So, dude, so there was a shootout, and they shot the house up next door.
Okay.
Fucking 15, to 20 times, dude.
Okay.
But the first time there was a shootout, so Sulema calls citizens that. I mean, she calls all the police.
Yeah.
And she reports it. And she gave our address. So, dude, like 5 minutes later, in the house next door were game hangers.
Yeah.
And we know we were cool with them.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be cool with them. And they're paisas too, bro. So, you know, it's nothing wrong. You gotta be cool with everybody, you know? So, she calls a cop. She's like, oh, yeah. He's like, we're calling from this address, blah, 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 blah. There was a shootout right next door. So, dude, that call, I don't know how it works. You might be able to explain that with Citizens app. Dude, I get a notification on Citizens app. Caller from, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, called. There was a shootout next door. I'm like, Sulema, what the fuck,
what are you doing, dude?
You just called and gave our address that we fucking snitched, dude. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude?
I think
It's like,
So
we
the
gotta-
citizen,
Yeah.
it does that?
No,
Yeah,
so what
dude,
what I think
that.
is that people that are on the Citizens app, they had back, I think maybe a couple years ago, they had access. Anyone could get access to the Chicago CPD scanner. So even like those game hangers, they probably had access to the scanner. You could
Damn.
yeah, dude, you could. It's a website. You could literally go on a website
You gotta give me that website, man.
and hear the web. I don't know
Wait,
if it's
so-
active now. It is active now, but it's delayed.
So even in the scanner, they can hear a phone call?
They can hear like when the call comes out, and it could be like, "Hey,
How is that helpful, dude, for the cops?
what do you mean?"
How's that helpful for you guys?
Oh, like
If
like
the criminals
game
know
hangers
what-
listening.
Yeah,
they
dude.
know
Like,
what to
all right,
expect.
dude, skedaddle, baby.
Well, that's why
Cowboy
they-
hat, boom, out.
I think that's why they encrypted it. They encrypted
okay,
it
okay,
recently,
okay.
so they don't want people like listening because it's a safety issue. You
Fuck
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess people can still do it, access it, but it's like delayed by like an hour, like half an hour to an hour. So it kind of, you know, gives cops enough time to try to get there before, you know, the criminal knows. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
man.
But that's what the people with the Citizen app, they probably hear. They're listening to a scanner. They hear it on a scanner, and then they put it on the Citizens app. Oh, someone's calling from this address reporting
Assholes,
this
man.
criminal offense.
That's
you
fucked
know?
up, dude.
Yeah.
But I do want to
Doing the
get
most.
one last story out of him, dude.
Yeah,
Just
go
one
for it,
last
dude.
one.
As long as the camera doesn't die on us.
Don't die, motherfucker. Jack, please. Don't die. No, no, dude. Okay, dude. So we're gonna end this with this.
Yeah.
I want to know the most dramatic, craziest, God-fearing situation you've been in as a CPD officer, formerly.
Oh man, dude.
I want to know
There's
the
a
worst
lot.
one, dude. The
Yeah.
most traumatizing. The
I mean, I
like,
think one.
was it a case that drove you nuts? You're like, man, that's fucked up.
Something
or
that still sits with you
something
to this day.
that's
Yeah.
been noticed as the worst for you.
I mean, nothing really like bothers me. Like, I mean, the craziest story I can tell you crazy.
Yes,
like, the craziest
craziest.
story. Like, we're working in the South Side one time, and we're like, somewhere in the South Side. We're in a squad car, 3 deep. That day, we weren't even thinking about like crime fighting. The topic was like, what are we gonna eat right now? They're like, let's go. Like,
Some
are we gonna eat
tacos,
tacos or what? You know, let's go eat some tacos. We're having a conversation. We're at a red light. We're talking about tacos, and I was like, I think I was in the back seat. And someone was driving, and someone was in the front right passenger seat. Yeah, let's go eat tacos. All right, cool. We're at a red light, and then coming our way, we see a car just zooming, and we're like, oh, damn, is that what the hell's going on? And we see a car just fucking zooming like straight at us. He crosses like the main intersection, and then fucking comes onto oncoming traffic. So he comes onto our lane and pinballs a bunch of cars in front of us. So we're like, boom, 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 boom. We're like, oh, like what the hell happened? So we all get out of our cars and we approach. Everyone has their guns out, like you know, like this car. Either he's taking off from somebody, you know, he just took off. Like, why is he traveling so fast, blowing red lights? You know what I mean?
Where were you guys by, if you don't mind me asking?
We were like, it was the South Side. I want to say it's probably like the Englewood area.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
probably the Englewood area. Car pinballs, boom, 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 boom. It hits a bunch of cars in front of us. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then you're like, okay, like maybe he's taking off from somebody, or maybe he's, you know, maybe they just shot somebody. They're trying to get away. So, you know, we all exit our car. We approach the car. Hey man, stay in the car. And then the driver gets out, looks at us. Hey, you know, let me see your hands. He don't give a shit. He just takes off running. And then another guy gets off, starts running. Another guy gets off, starts running. And then I remember like one of the guys I was with, he's like, man, let's chase the dude, the driver. He's like running. So we're chasing the driver. And then he's like running, cutting through vacant lots. And the whole time he's holding his waistband. And we're like, man, this dude's got a gun. You know, typically if you're holding your waistband, you got a gun, you know? So we're chasing him. And then he crosses like a main intersection, almost gets hit by a bus. We're crossing the intersection. We're like trying not to get hit by cars. We're chasing him, calling it out on the radio. And then eventually like he ends up like in another vacant lot. And then he gets tired. He's like a bigger dude. He gets tired. He gets winded,
I feel you.
and he finally stops. But we're like, dude, like we're like, man, this guy's got a gun. And then he grabs the gun, pulls it out, and then he just like right before he turns to us, he just launches it up in the air and like over a fence. And we're like, fuck? Dude, thank God it didn't turn around and shoot us. But yeah, so then like we ended up getting him in custody, and then we find the gun. And then we charged him with the gun, obviously, because we saw him throw it.
So he thought he was a genius. He's like, I'm gonna just throw it.
I don't know.
And it's not in my. I'm not
Hey, but at least he didn't have it in him to shoot an officer.
That's man. Thank
that
God,
was the
dude.
hardest part. Is like,
Thank
is
God.
this dude gonna shoot us? Like, we're in a vacant lot. There was really no cover.
Well, that's
between
good
us.
policing from you guys, dude. Because, okay, not to throw shade, right? But with like the Juan Toledo, that kid was trying to pull out the gun, and first instinct was fuck, which.
That's hard, dude.
I gotta say, dude, as an officer, I think I would be scared as fuck too, because just because he's a kid don't mean that bullet won't kill you, bro.
No.
And then you got to think about like the information that they had prior to arriving there.
What was it?
The information was like a shot spotter went off. Shot spotter goes off every time someone's shooting, right? So shot spotter went off in the area. So they heard gunshots. So obviously someone has a gun, right? And then they see two individuals walking in the area where there was gunshots heard.
For sure.
So, okay. So, obviously, you're going to approach these guys. You're not going to let them walk away.
I mean, these aren't just some regular average Joes. These are guys that
they're like
these guys are gangbangers.
Guys, right?
They're in the middle of the night. You know, you take all that into consideration. You know, what time is it? The proximity to where the shots were fired. You know, what are their movements like? How are they walking? You know, these guys are walking down an alley. One guy, like, looks like, you know, like he's concealing something, and then they take off running. Like, dude, yeah, 100%, you're gonna think he's armed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You got to take all that into consideration. You know, like, hey, shots fired, the proximity to the crime location, two individuals, only ones out there right now, walking in an alley. That's tough, dude. And you know, to have to like, you know, you're pursuing someone that you think has a gun, and then now you're in a position where like you're pursuing him, and he turns around, has a gun. It's a split-second decision. And you got to, like, decide, like, in that a couple milliseconds, like, hey, do I want to go home to my wife and kids? You know? Or
save this kid, right?
Or,
maybe.
Yeah, or let this person shoot me. I don't know if they knew he was a juvenile at that time. You know? Like, I don't know what the information the officer had.
Well, what is a kid doing out that late, right? It was late as fuck, wasn't it?
Dude, it was.
So what do you think, bro? Like,
but here's the thing, and then
how would you have solved that situation?
It's hard, man, because in an officer perspective, like, you know, like you're always considering, you know, the danger to yourself. Like, you want to make it home. It's a job, but at the same time, you want to make it home to your wife and kids. Someone has a gun, and you know, and they're, you know, they make certain movements where it's like you think you're gonna get shot, and you're in a vulnerable position. Like you have to, you know, based on your training, you're gonna try to engage the threat, right? You know, it's hard, man. I can't put myself in that officer's shoes. What he was saying, like what he saw, his perspective was like looking at some of the footage. It's a tough call.
And
man.
it was extremely sincere from that officer. He really seemed heartbroken, dude.
That's why I hate the
like
fact
really
that
saddened by
at the same time, it's like
his life or the kids, right? Yeah. Did he get justified for that?
I don't know.
Or did he
I
go to
don't
jail?
think he was thinking like, oh yeah, this is a kid. You know, like dude, like gangbangers, you know. Like criminals in general, like you don't know what, you know, like they got a hat on, hoodie on, like
you don't know what to expect
at night, bro.
Yeah.
They range
so
from
insane,
gangbangers in the city range from like 14 to like 30 years of age. You know, like it's a wide gap of like ages, dude. You don't know how old they are. He's got a hoodie on, he's got a hat on, like you don't know. You know,
he's a gangbanger. He's a threat already. Automatically, don't matter, right?
And it's like officers work in that area. They know what gangs are present, the violence that goes on. So. Yeah, dude. All that you got to take all that into consideration before you like try to judge the officer's actions. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's tough, dude. It's like, I don't think he should have been fired. I don't know if he got fired or not, but he shouldn't be fired.
Because it's justified. Like it's a cop. It's his self-defense mechanism kicking in.
Yeah, it's hard because like people try to demonize it, and they, like, hey, he shot a 13-year-old.
Oh, they hated him, dude.
But dude,
they hated him.
You think he was like,
they wanted to put that guy on the cross, dude.
But that's the issue is the news made it a certain thing,
like
a certain narrative.
A young teenager.
But did they say that?
An active game maker
did they say that he was with another person that was shooting at cars? It's like, do you really want, as a person that lives in that neighborhood and you have kids, like, do you want your kids driving around in a car and then a group of gangbangers shooting at your kids?
And your teenage kids.
Yeah, you don't want the police to approach those individials and try to apprehend them?
For sure.
Do you want that,
to avoid that from
or do you just want to let that slide and be like, yeah, you know what? They're they're just teens. You like, and let them do what they want, and then they're gonna, next thing you know, your kid is driving around in a car and he gets shot. That's like, dude, that's what gets me. It's like, man, they were shooting at cars, like
they're dangerous, dude, just like anybody else.
Yeah, that's the tough part. It's like, like, come on, dude, like, I don't know. And not to say that you don't feel bad for the family. Like, obviously, like, if you have a kid that, regardless, if you're a parent and even if your kid is involved in gangs and your kid gets killed, you're gonna feel a certain way. Like, you feel bad for the mom too.
For sure, yeah.
It's like, or you feel bad for anyone that loses their kid.
Dude, I feel bad for the kid, but I'm like, fuck, dude. If I was a cop,
guns, dude. Like,
I gotta say, man.
Yeah, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the officer.
You're in fear, dude. You might lose your life. Like, there's guys that fold when they have a gun at their head,
and they're going literally based on a human instinct and literally knowing, like, okay, this is actually a threat. Like, this guy might be pulling a weapon on me. And you have to act
based on the neighborhood, based on, it's a little village, like, people shoot each other all the time. It's like, you're not living in a utopia. You're not living where people just hug each other and, and no, it's known for gang violence. So
for sure.
And it's
you
not
take that into consideration.
And it's not some premeditated shit. It's not like, oh, I know this guy. His name is whatever, and I'm gonna fucking kill him next time.
He's a 13-year-old. I don't give a shit. No, that's not what the cop was thinking, dude. In his
you get called into the situation, right?
Like, someone's shooting. I see two individuals. Dude. He's like, I see two individuals. One of them looks like he's armed. He's running away, and you can tell when someone's armed. They hold their side, or like they look at you. They make movements, start running. Like, they have a gun, and it's like. But it's tough right now, dude, because, like, officers, like, they're telling you not to chase. So it's like, well, what do the people in the neighborhood want? Do they want cops to apprehend these people that are shooting people, or do you just want us to let them be and continue doing what they're doing?
It's Gotham City, dude.
And it's hard, dude, because it's like
Gotham City, brother.
A cop gets to a foot chase with someone that has a gun, dude. Like, you never know. They could shoot at you, and you're gonna shoot at them back. It's gonna be a tough situation, right?
Sure.
For the cop, for the suspect, but like the cop, like if he gets into shooting, now he's gonna get scrutinized. The media. Like certain investigative groups that are going to, like, investigate the shooting, and depending on where we are politically, they're going to be like, they're either going to, like, try to demonize you, or they're going to, like,
make you the hero.
Yeah.
So being a white cop is probably the worst thing right now.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, thank God we're brown, dude. Well, I'm not that brown.
Well,
I'm
not
brown,
even
dude.
that.
Dude, you're pretty light complected.
I'm a meek little brown, dude.
I mean, is it? I don't know. I don't know if it was based on race, but I think just in general, like, just being a cop is hard, dude. Like they don't people. A lot of people don't consider, like, the stuff that you're thinking about. Like when you're dealing with criminals and like violent people. So yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's
the
wild.
jungle. So
and
just
Foxtrot, we praise you 100%, man, because you've been you dealt with the worst of the worst with the law and apprehending people and just doing your job. Yeah. But yeah, no, dude, you're always welcome back. And I know you wanted to ask something.
I just got one last thing. This don't have to be an explanation.
I just don't want it to. Yeah.
This is quick, all right?
Yeah.
Neighborhoods to stay out of in Chicago, dude. For this for outsiders, bro, because there's a lot of bad shit going on right now. We don't want anyone getting hurt or in danger.
Right, I don't know.
Everywhere, for real?
Do
you think it's that bad? Like, don't travel. Like, they throw advisories for Mexico. Like, as far as Chicago goes, how bad is Chicago, dude? What are two neighborhoods at least They don't go to those neighborhoods.
Yeah, don't go to downtown.
But some people think Old Block is cool. They want to go to Old Block to
No, I
fucking.
don't go
They
to
think
Old
it's
Block,
cool because of the drill scene. What do you think?
No.
2 neighborhoods do not go to. What's your input?
Yeah, don't go to downtown. Right.
Downtown?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
That's sad,
yeah,
dude.
I know it's
That's so
it's
sad, bro.
It
that
gets
it's
sketchy
that.
out there. Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
the best of Chicago, honestly.
No, dude. I mean, I don't know. Wherever there's high crime area, the West Side.
So
South
downtown is high in crime right now.
Side. It is, yeah. Everywhere
Aside from the riots, it's high in crime.
yeah,
Period.
dude. Carjacking.
I think after that, that's where shit starts.
it's
ramp
not what
up.
it used to be. I'll tell you that. Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're gonna go to Chicago, you're trying to go eat at restaurants. You know, you're trying to eat good food.
And I got a prediction for this, dude.
Yeah.
Downtown Chicago is headed for Baltimore's downtown.
Damn. What's that like?
You gotta
Dude,
watch The Wire,
I've been
man.
to Baltimore, dude.
Oh, dude.
Watch The Wire.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you knew this, but I was with Yadira in Baltimore for like a year.
I can't believe you haven't watched The Wire, dude.
I need to watch. I
Watch
did. I
it,
tried watching
yeah.
it. I couldn't get into it. It was cringy for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it again though.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good.
It's a
But
good
dude,
show.
I was in Baltimore, dude, and I'm telling you right now, Chicago is almost there.
Oh shit.
So
I hope it doesn't
downtown,
get
dude, looks like Englewood.
Yeah.
That's fucked up,
Yeah, it's not
dude.
good. Yeah.
Everything's boarded up. It's shiesty. It's fucked up. Chicago's headed there. You're gonna start seeing all these big brands, all these big companies, all these corporate places.
Leaving.
They're gonna start leaving.
Yeah.
Dude,
I believe it.
I can see this.
I believe it. Dude.
Watch a movie called The Clockwork Orange. I'm gonna end it with that, and you're gonna see how Chicago's gonna be.
But yeah, Foxtrot, thank you.
Foxtrot.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
dude.
joining us, dude. This is
Anytime.
Bloody
It's the
Rootz
last cheers, so I
Podcast,
got really
episode
pissed.
29.
Dude,
My wiener-
It just hit me, dude.
Dude, my wiener's about to blow off
Dude.
right now.